My name is Strijdom van der Merwe, an artist from South Africa, and been invited to do this work here in Rovaniemi about cross borders. And I've always been interested in working with the landscape. So mostly I use natural material that I find in the landscape. And there's one of the wonderful things in nature that happen, and that's stones that move around because of wind and erosion and so on. And when I thought about that, I think about that they're also crossing borders. And if you think about nature don't know any borders at all. They just move wherever they go. And so that was the starting point of thinking what I can do here. And so it's 3 stones that I use for the 3 cities of the cross borders. And then I've used words that's got to do about migration and transfer and people moving from one place to the other and crossing borders. And these words are then placed into these stones with the idea that the stones move, the words refer to in a language that we refer to as crossing borders. And that's the kind of work that I was doing here. The people that deliver the stones explained to me that one of these stones are from the Ice Age, so it's one of the oldest stones in the area, 3 million years, and part of a glacier, and it was deposited. So the stone itself was probably crossing borders to a certain place around about here. And then I asked the organizers to pick it up. It crossed a border again and to be placed here. And I've made an artwork with it, crossing ideas, crossing borders, crossing ways of thinking again. But maybe in 3 million years from now, this stone will be somewhere else in another place. So you don't know. But I think what's important, working with the landscape, you try and work with the cycles of nature. So rather enjoy the moment now and realize that this stone is part of a bigger process, and we are part of a process that's constantly developing as life goes on. When you make an artwork, it must belong to the people, and not just people that visit a gallery. So when you work outside the space, the work becomes public property. You know, when people go to a gallery, it's people that's normally art educated, and they know and they knew what to expect. While people that walk and jog around here and on their bicycles, they're not normally maybe art lovers. So now they see this, so there must be a reason for them, instead of spending 5-6 years at art school, to understand it. So they know the concept of stones that have been moved around by the glaciers and so on. So immediately it becomes a little part of their history and of their thinking process, which is nice. So they can relate to it more than I just put an abstract pink ball here and they must know the whole history of abstract expressionism and blah, 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 which they don't know, you know. So yeah, so I think this relates very much to part of this area, and so I hope so.